What's up everyone, welcome to Keeping It LCFC Drive Time. And today we're not going to be keeping it LCFC. Today we're going to do a little short video on funny things that I can remember doing as a kid playing football. Might briefly go on to some boot talk. So I'd love to know, before we get started, one, little ways you used to wear your kit as a youngster or even as a teenager or as an adult, like things you used to do and you don't really know why you did them. So for me, it was like the way in which your shirt was tucked in. So this was like a big thing. So there was like the normal tuck, which I never liked to do because I thought it looked too smart. So there was sort of a phase of like the full tuck, but rolling the shirt over the top of your shirt, of your shorts, so that it was tucked, but you couldn't really see the top of your shorts. So it was like a cool tuck. Then there sort of became this thing of like just tucking the front of your shirt in. So just tucking the front and leaving the back hanging out. That sort of became a thing for a while. I didn't really like it. I tried it. I looked an idiot, so I didn't do it. I then decided, I don't know where I got this from, so this is the one I really would love to know if anyone else did or still does. Just tucking one side in. So the side tuck. So the front and back of your shirt comes across you like in a diagonal line. I don't know where I got it from. I don't believe I made it up, but I might have done. No one else might have done it. So if you guys did this, or you know anyone that did it, I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you. Tweet me or whatever. It'd be really great to know if anyone else did it. But yeah, so the side tuck thing, back when like towards my later years of playing football, so Thierry Henry got big, so you started to notice players, my brother still does it actually, notice players pulling their socks over their knees, just because Thierry Henry did. There's no reason for anyone else to do it. No one did it before this. It makes absolutely no difference. But yeah, so my brother and like other people they still do it now, the socks over the knees. John Terry used to do it as well. Thing that came in after I stopped playing, but more when I was coaching, was this. Premier League players still do it, and it irritates me so much. The cutting the bottom of the socks off. Like, what's the point? Now I know there's people that give me reasons for this. Now I believe the reason is there's like a sports sock that gives better grip inside the boot, and it sounds like complete nonsense to me. It's just one of these things that footballers do because they think it makes a difference, but actually it doesn't. Number two, why are the sock manufacturers for these clubs not saying, okay, I don't want you cutting the bottoms of our socks off. Let's have a little look about what we can do. What do you need from the bottom of the sock? Let's make it happen. Why has it not been done yet? Can't believe it hasn't been done. Irritates me. Now, at the level I was coaching, nobody was cutting the bottoms of the socks off, right? We're grassroots. We're not getting a new pair of boots every week. These socks might be getting used for more than one season. They might not just be yours. Do not cut the bottoms of them off. So what they used to do, and again, you might have done this, I'd love to know if you did, and love to know why you did it, but they used to wear like tennis socks over the top of their normal socks. So their feet must have been like 6 inches wider than they should have been, because football socks in general are quite thick, right? Especially at grassroots level, we're not getting like full quality stuff. It wasn't until like I was coaching a team of under 16s, under 18s that we actually found a sponsor and bought like a decent kit. But most of the kits you get at that level are like real cheap catalogue jobbies. So yeah, so their feet must have been like 6 inches wider than they should have been. Their boots must have been absolutely stretched. But yeah, so that became a thing, like wearing the normal like sports socks over the top of your football socks. Something I didn't do, but it's something that came in sort of like when I was coaching players. They used to do this. But yeah, so socks over the knees, the cut off, like cutting the bottoms of the socks off / putting socks over the top. The other thing that some people did this, and this is more of a school thing, swapping boot, like half a boot with someone else. So you'd wear like, I've got like Nike Mercurials, you're wearing Preds, I'll wear one Pred and one Nike, you wear the other one. Did anyone else do this? Because I remember kids doing this in school. I didn't want to do it, mainly because my boots weren't worth swapping with anyone. Nobody was swapping with me. I didn't have a pair of Predators. I loved Predators. I never owned a pair. So back when I was at school, I was on hand-me-down boots, and nobody wanted my pair of Asics boots to swap with. Okay, but I used to know a couple of the other kids that had like the nicer boots would swap one boot with each other and play in it. So was that something that anyone else did, or was that just like something that happened at my school? Was that a thing? Other weird things that used to happen with people's kits, like shin pad technology's changed massively. Like why shin pads now are basically like panty liners? Like what's the point of them now? Like I used to wear like the biggest shin pads I could find, because playing at centre back, I used to deliver a lot of kicks and get a lot of kicks, right? So if I'm wearing a panty liner down my socks, my shins and my ankles are getting absolutely battered. Okay, so why now are players wearing these little slip-on-y things that sit just below the knee they're pointless, aren't they? It's like a token gesture, like, the rules say we've got to wear shin pads, so let's just chuck a couple of these in. So who's, what shin pads is everyone wearing? Because I'm not involved in grassroots football anymore, like Sunday League football. What shinnies are everyone wearing? Is that something that's gone into that level, or are you still wearing like normal shin pads, proper shin pads? Other things you used to notice, this is more of a Sunday League thing. There's always that one guy that walks through the change room completely naked, like it's okay. So there's always that one guy that does it. There's always that one guy that's got the worst pair of pants / boxers on, like his football pants. They're absolutely wrecked. They're practically pointless. There's no point wearing them, but they wear them every week, and you're looking around like, why are you doing this? There's always that guy in a changing room. So there's a guy that walks around naked. Is that still a thing? Are you that guy that walks around naked like it's perfectly normal? And I suppose it is, but like for someone like me, I don't do nakedness in public, so it's strange for me to see it. I say the guy that's always got the horrible pants, like the pants have holes in, they're falling apart. Just get a new pair. There's no point wearing them. They're practically not wearing anything. There's always a lad in the dressing room. This is probably a bigger thing now. That's got the full Under Armour on, the cycling shorts on. Probably got the Magista style boots with the socky bit on. Another thing I completely don't understand. Bringing boots with bits of sock on. Absolutely ridiculous. Just a big old marketing ploy, and people will lap it up because a Premier League footballer wore them, or Ronaldo wore them, so they're going to buy a pair. But yeah, so shin pads, are Sunday League shin pads proper shin pads, or have they moved into the Premier League / professional football era of shin pads, which are practically pointless? That was something else used to happen. Other things used to happen in the change room: the smell of Vic Vapor Rub and deep heat. So those are two things that were prevalent in a Sunday League / grassroots training in a changing room. So the smell of deep heat, usually that's a warm-up for some players. Just throw a bit of deep heat on your legs, that's it, I'm warmed up, let's go. The Vic would always be smothered all over the chest or on the outside of the shirt, so it leaves a greasy, horrible mark, which is not so bad if you've got a dark kit, but if you've got a light kit, it's still there the week after. Doesn't matter how much you wash it, that greasy, horrible mark's not coming out. Excellent, well done for ruining our kit. That was something else used to happen. Something else that became a thing was, Mike, you got some of that Tiger Balm. Like, Vic was no longer good enough. Tiger Balm was the thing. That was going to make you breathe better. It was going to make you a better footballer. Everybody was doing it. Started to come in and think. Again, that might have changed. I've not been in a Sunday League dressing room for a very long time, but I can remember that being a thing. The other thing that I'm sure still happens, and some companies have even now marketed it as sock tape, is electrical tape. Everyone knows it's electrical tape. Everyone knows it came from a geezer that was a builder or a tradesman that also played football on a Sunday who had a bit of tape in there. Oh, have you got any tape, mate? Now there's actually a company that's just marketing it as specific sock tape. The greatest marketing ploy of all time is basically electrical tape that's in a different packet. Okay, so that was a sort of a thing, and I'm sure that still goes on now. People looking about for tape to put on their socks and shin pads before a game. I'm doing a little chat about boots now. Remember, I mentioned that I never had like a pair of Preds. I wanted a pair of Preds. And by the way, if you've still got a pair of old school Preds, just feel how heavy they are in comparison to modern day football boots. When I was that age, like, I wore a pair of Preds, but I never owned them. You sort of think, oh, okay, these are really nice. Doesn't really bother you. It's not till you've worn a pair of like modern-ish boots that you put a pair of like Preds on and you think, wow, these are heavy. They had like metal studs or metal tip studs, which are not allowed anymore. But yeah, really, really heavy. A couple of different versions of them. There's like a sedan pair, like Precision maybe they were called, and then you had the Beckham pair as well. Like Beckham made Preds so famous. Like that was a real, like, getting him involved. Like, so many people wanted Preds to be like Beckham. So the first pair of boots I ever owned were a pair of Adidas F50s. They cost me £150. I had them fully personalised. They were amazing. They were black and yellow, and they had my name and my year of my birth on stitched into it. I went the whole hog. They had interchangeable insoles, a lightweight set, a comfort set, and like a normal set. They were a nightmare to clean, and they were like leather front and carbon fibre around the side. So basically, when you played in them and the pitch was a little bit wet, which usually any time in the morning, summer or winter, the grass is wet, whether it's dew or rain, within 2 minutes of the game, I'm running around basically like I'm in a bath. By the end of the game, it looks like I've been in a bath for 4 hours. I potentially got trench foot because my foot is soaked, but I look good doing it. It was great. Playing at Sunday League level, them boots get really dirty, and because of the carbon fibre mesh, like all the dirt and grass and just nastiness used to get stuck in them, so they were an absolute nightmare to clean. When I was using them at uni, I lived in a hall, so there was like a shared shower block downstairs, like a single shower, but like everyone in the halls could use it. I spent like 45 minutes in there, 10 minutes having a shower, 35 minutes just trying to blast this dirt out of my boots so I could wear them the next week. I used to get a fine for having dirty boots, so I had to get it done. I then changed those for a pair of Adidas F10s. One, because they were cheap, they cost like a tenner from Sports Direct. Two, because the dirt just wiped off. They were plastic basically, so the dirt just wiped off of them. They were brilliant for that exact reason. Now I have a pair of blue Adidas Kaiser 5s. Only because I always liked the Copas and the World Cups, but never had a pair. And then when I was coaching for professional football club that wore red, no, not Nottingham Forest, I used to, like, my boots and my trainers were the only thing I got to choose. Everything else was given to me by the club. And they were red, and I'm not about wearing red, so my shoes were always blue. So when Adidas brought out coloured Copas, Kaisers, etc., I was 100% getting a blue pair of Kaisers. So guys, let me know if any of those little tweaks, little quirks about grassroots football and being in a football apply to you. Would love to hear some stories about whether anyone else did the side tucks, just the sucking one side of the shirt in. And also, yeah, so boot stuff, like your first pair of boots, like your worst pair of boots you ever owned. Did anyone used to wear one boot of theirs, one boot of someone else's? All that good stuff. Excellent. Thank you very much. See you next time.